Welcome back to the greatest Let's Play there has ever been. Last episode we took Bulgaria, and in a crisis we took over the Albanian region of southern Serbia, known as Kosovo. So, we will continue. We have a crisis put in Northern Macedonia. Albanian Northern Macedonia. Hopefully that will move up. Although it doesn't look like it is. Why is that? Because of a Bulgarian liberation movement, base decay is minus 0.1, so we have no... It's just not working at all. Bosnian nationalists in Montenegro, which I'm not a big fan of, so military access they will accept, and I'll defeat that for them with my big Bulgarian military that I now have. Look at that, Austro-Hungarian communists, the Russians want help in a war, the Russian liberation of something against Japan, sure, why not? Dutch Egypt. That's a nice color for Egypt though. It's a good orange. Usually they're like yellow or some kind of like beige looking thing, but orange is pretty good. Full citizenship. And back to Belgrade we go. What about over here in Bosnia? Base decay, great powers at war, we will get nothing. What about in bigger Bosnia? Okay, we got something going on here because of our Serb liberation movement, national focus. Okay, we'll see how that goes. Not that I expect to keep Bosnia, since the Austrians will just invade and take it back from me. That would be slow going, so I'm going to try and put it on here just to see if it's not like a cooldown on your focuses. Nope, it's actually just doesn't want to give it to me. So yeah, we'll do focus there for now. Well, let's actually increase our military before we... You know, we've accomplished a lot. Let's have more actual Serbians in the military instead of just a Bulgarian, an occupied Bulgarian military force. Quarantine the affected state. And in southern Serbia, we'll just encourage soldiers. Let's get a cannon. Machine guns, point defense system, steel railroad, culture, let's go with realism, let's see how these things play out. Austro-Hungarian reactionaries, tons of them. Oh man, they were winning for a second. It looked like they could have turned the tide, but maybe the Austrian military isn't as strong as I had once believed. Being the 7th largest in the world doesn't mean they're the 7th best in the world, because everyone knows the best military is Serbia. But if Austria breaks, or if Albania breaks due to rebellions, that would be the best because they're also allied with Romania, which they seem strong. Stronger than us at the moment. Looks like we're losing money though. Industrial subsidies. Factories are not doing as well as they previously have been. I don't like that we don't have our own fabric resource and that has to be imported. But what are you gonna do? Let's see here. Militant trade union or workers union. I'll go that one. And decrease the administration down to 75. Decrease education down to 75. Still losing money, which means I'll increase the taxes to 70, 65, and there we go. More research points? That sounds fine and dandy. Can we build guards? And a crusader. No real attention being paid to the military composition. I just want to make units. Of course, now we actually do have military spending, so that's also, we have more expenses going on as well. It's not just we're making less money, since we are actually probably making more money, since now we have almost 1 million people. Not quite, but almost. Can't make another guard. So I'll just make a Turkish crusader. Cavalry. That's important in the almost World War I era. Look at that, we actually have a military now. Rank number 41, score of 12. It's something. Okay. So let's see. This probably still won't work. The Bulgarian Liberation Movement says it's going to show on our side as plus 23. But I'm not seeing any increase in the tension. Could it also be that we are at war? I don't feel like that mattered the last time. Russia, you really shouldn't be doing this. You should just let it go. Whatever you're trying to do, it's not worth it. Not that they've ever helped me. I mean, they have helped me in the past, but not that they've ever helped me lately. I don't know why I'm struggling to maintain this alliance. Yeah, it's just not going up. And when I click on it, it goes to southern Serbia, which is my territory. I wanted to make a crisis on their territory. Lame. But yeah, cool. We have a military now. We have an actual land. We just need the rest of our cores. And we need to break free from Ottoman influence. That would help too. Getting no increase in tension here in Bosnia, where we used to get a whole bunch. Great powers at war and ranking would be -10. So yeah, we should be getting positive, but it's just not occurring. Nor is it increasing much up here either. So I guess in the meantime, we'll look at something else we need. Let's go with more craftsmen. If we look at the crisis map mode, it would show that these are all the areas we could make a crisis happen. But it just doesn't go. I like that Georgia is this small city-state over here. Also, like in the middle of the Russian Ottoman Empire, there's this little state. Let's see, acceptable pensions, acceptable minimum wage. I'll go with acceptable minimum wage. Alright, Russia is done with their foolishness. Lose 1 militancy, that's good. And it wasn't the big improvement we had hoped for. Italy wants to start causing world wars. It's good, because if Austria loses a world war, then they'll be broken and I can conquer. Then again, like, probably not, because I'd still be in their sphere of influence and I can't declare war on them. Italian liberation. They're doing it 1 province at a time. That seems like a poor idea. Unless 2 Sicilies has territories elsewhere, meaning they can't. Oh yeah, it looks like they do. Alright, never mind. That's the only option they have available to them due to the mechanics of the game not necessarily meshing well all the time. I don't know, I could make a boat just for the sake of making a boat. Yeah! I'm sure we could increase our railroad infrastructure as well. Be always important. And industry, inorganic chemistry. Oh no, we can't make another guard. There we go, now we can. Yeah, we'll join the Olympics. We'll go bankrupt joining the Olympics. Gonna have problems with these Bulgarians. They don't seem to like the fact that I've occupied their nation. So weird. Who wouldn't want to be part of this grand Serbia? Okay, so now we have unemployed craftsmen in Bulgaria. I don't really want to make another factory. Because I don't really want to put a... well... I could. We cannot select radical. It is not possible to... okay, an election has started. Otherwise, I would have. I don't know what I would have made. But something. Anti-military. terms of bureaucrats, how much do I have? Because that can be a problem sometimes. We have enough. Not as much as it recommends, but enough. We pay the rest of these loans. And we're golden. To then produce more commerce tech, more administrative efficiency. Let's get business regulations, because that's the last time our mining and farming output increases on that tech line. Let's take a look at our boat. We got a boat. It will never do anything. And we have 1 million population. Never thought I'd see that happen. What is this crisis in Portugal about? Probably some African thing. No? What is jib? Yeah, okay. It is an African thing. Germans are getting a colony. Demand the strictest discipline. Well, as far as I can see, there are no wars going on. So... why is that not increasing? Despite the fact that I've put a focus on it, and there's no other crisis going on. I don't want to be wasting my time with this stuff, but I mean, it worked. We saw it work, since we now have all of southern Serbia. I don't see why Bosnia would be any different. Like, it's a weird thing, like, this works better in the main vanilla game. I don't even know what I want anymore. Interchangeable parts for now. Costa Rica. I'm getting 0 movement on that still. So disappointing. Okay, I gotta get to building that factory. Good minimum wage. Bulgaria gets a new factory. It gets the, liquor distillery we're gonna build in northern Serbia. And we'll encourage craftsmen there, since we can't encourage anything else, I guess. Whoa, they're a great power again? Cool. Maybe they'll actually put influence in us now. Show great powers. Well, France is friendly with us. Oh, it looks like the Russians are trying, but no one else is really interested in letting them have us. And then I'm sure they'd be strong enough to attack the Austrians. Oh, never mind, they're allied with France and Britain. But Russia is allied with Britain, so don't know what's going on with that. It's not usually how that works. Looks like they're having a hard time finding the machine parts necessary to build this thing. I know we're not making any. Try this again. This is the only option I have available to me. Okay, we have 37 tension. I think maybe it is just a crisis cooldown timer type thing. So that they're not just being spammed, I guess. That would be pretty annoying if you were a great power and had to deal with a crisis like every year. Electricity is important. And there still are Serbians up there. Not as much as there used to be, since all the Germans moved in, the South Germans. Let's go sail our mighty navy at them. Let them know we're here. We're coming. Look at their pathetic navy. We have the strongest navy. Alright, sail back. Mission accomplished. Fear is spreading in Vienna at the sight of that glorious navy. Oh, the tension is going down. Oh no, it went about... I don't know what's going on. It was at 19 just a second ago. Like, my eyes aren't lying to me, right? Alright, that factory is underway. Is there a fabric factory? Like a textile mill that takes in cotton and dyes. We do have cotton. Production. We produce. I don't see it on here. Cotton. 11 cotton, which is not enough. I do not believe. We would still need to import it. So, still not the best. Soldiers of Sofia. I don't want to do that. Let them demonstrate. I don't care if... What are the party loyalties in this country? Very red-leaning and liberals. And that divided party allows the conservatives to take charge most of the time, I guess. 24% literacy? Huh? Okay, so the Ottomans have rebuilt their military and are still under the dominion of the Russians. So the Russians, if they really wanted to, could pack a punch being allied with a former great power. It makes sense that the Bulgarians would be more communist, since they were a socialist state in this game. Lose 4 militancy of all the rich people lose 4 militancy. I'll go with that one. I don't care about the rich. It's not like the rich people are going to take up arms against me. Steel Railroad. Since our infrastructure is almost maxed out, we'll just keep building forts in other places. So yeah, southern Serbia will have all the forts it can have at the current technology level. Craftsmen in Serbia. I don't want to have less craftsmen. Look at that, we have liquor now. The Italians have cursed themselves opening up a tomb that they opened up instead of the Dutch for some reason. We have electrical lighting. The streets are not dark anymore. And the tension went down to 0. Just leave it there for now. We have craftsmen in northern Serbia. We can build another factory. An oil refinery for all the oil we don't have. I mean, we could probably just build a sawmill. Considering we have tons of lumber. And then that would give us a big furniture factory. You know, all the things that it takes wood to make. So sure, we'll do that one. And encourage craftsmen, because it doesn't look like the focus is paying off as much as I'd hoped. Looks like there are more intense crises popping off elsewhere. I don't know, it seemed like we were doing a pretty good job with this one. I don't know why it went down to 0. What things influence such a system? I don't like it. Try again. Still at 0. Yeah, there's no, like, it doesn't say, like, by the math, I should be making more. I don't think there was a crisis unless I wasn't paying attention. Which is very possible. Just leave it alone for now. Let things calm down. We're still doing alright. We didn't get any more territory, but built some more factories. And that's cool too. Got a steel railroad. The Greater Slavic Union. Many within Serbia have always considered it a dream to form a greater union of the Slavic peoples, one spanning all of the Balkans and uniting them under a common flag. Such a nation would be far better suited at resisting the encroachment of foreign powers into the region. Now seems like the perfect opportunity for Serbia to form such a union. Do we proceed with the creation of Yugoslavia? Or let the dream die here? So I can just create it? We will attempt Yugoslavia gains all core. Never bring this up again. Why wouldn't I would gain 10 infamy? That's not an issue. Sure. Montenegro has refused. Gain some prestige, we'll accept their decision. Well, that was unexpected. I didn't know I could just form it whenever I wanted. Still in the sphere of Austria, but can I just dissolve alliance? Well, let's look at the great powers. France is friendly, Russia is friendly, Austria is friendly. And the worst that would happen would be a status quo, so I'm just gonna go for it. Research points. No, let's go with steam turbine. And get our military in position. To decrease relations. No, we don't have to do that. We can just declare war to restore order. The Russians will not accept. War has been declared. We do not actually accept what they have said. Their refusal is an insult. Okay, Austria's involved. Okay. I've seen enough. That's fine. Oh man, no, why does our military get like so destroyed? Like all of the pops just die instantly. Alright, well, that's Yugoslavia. I'll end the episode here. Mission accomplished. We formed Yugoslavia, everybody. Not exactly the way I wanted to do it, but it's the way that was done. So now I have to make it up to the Montenegro peoples. Alright, that'll do it. Thanks for watching.